1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7. We are all Palestinians. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And just here you've got the Dog and Partridge pub, which is now shut down, and it's looks like it's flats now, I think. So while we've got all that business going on in the town centre, like I said before, you know, we're losing our own country at the same time. But there you go. Right, so today was a Sunday and I took a trip into Derby city centre. I actually went in to get the movie Trainspotting 2 because I've seen a couple of clips on YouTube and I wanted to see it. Started off at St Mary's Church, which is up at the near the cathedral. Walked down, I think I went past the Bonnie Prince Charlie statue near the Silk Mill. I had intended to do a bit of a vlog around Derby, but when I look back I couldn't be arsed. And when I was walking along, there's these middle-aged men doing graffiti, and there's a really impressive fox mural in the centre. And I just went up to the guy who's doing the graffiti and just, mate, I'm just going to take a photo of that fox. Just to warn you off, you know, like, I'm not interested in you. And he was proper eyeballing me, like really aggressive. And I just said, fucking hell, what's your problem? And he goes, do I know you? I was like, no. He goes, right, F off and mind your own business. I was like, right, I'm not going to move, mate. I'm just going to stay here then. And but I reflected on it afterwards, and I thought, you know what? He's probably trying to mind his own business, get on with his graffiti. Maybe he gets hassle from people from time to time, so no grudges. But if you do happen to come across this, I just want to say your artwork is absolutely rubbish, and also you're destroying the city centre because it looks like some dystopian, decaying nightmare. Whoever did that fox mural, you're an absolute legend. I love that sort of stuff. I wish someone could cover up the absolute rubbish that middle-aged men doing teenage graffiti could cover that up with like rams and stuff to do with the Peak District in Derbyshire, because I'm not going to go on about it anymore, but your artwork's rubbish. I don't even understand why you bother going out. You're middle-aged men doing graffiti that teenagers would do. It's pathetic. You'd find that in some... You've got no respect for your city either, doing that sort of stuff. But I wouldn't expect anything else from most of the British people these days anyway. And later on, I started chatting to some Christians near the Ram, and one of them had a very good point. That was my learning point for today. That I was saying, you know, we're in the end times. I was saying that I can see this country's knackered, it's finished, and there's a really terrible vibe in the world now. Everyone's angry, and we both talked about the Revelations passage about in the end times, perilous times shall come. And you know, people will be vile, and basically what he said was that people will become the image of the devil, hateful and spiteful. And obviously right now I'm becoming quite hateful myself, but I've just given up on most people now. Just most people to me are just scum. Like going through town today, I've got people making sniggering, passing comments because I've got a camera on me, even though they've got smartphones. I'm just fed up with most people, to be honest. And as I was leaving the city centre to go back to my car, come across the council, and I could see all the Palestinian flags. And so, you know, I'm neutral, to be honest. I went up and filmed it. Took some fairly decent photos, and if you come across them, you're welcome to copy and paste them. The Israel-Palestine thing, I'm not really interested, to be honest. That might sound quite heartless, but if I didn't have radio, TV, internet, I wouldn't have any clue that Israel-Palestine business was going on. So, but I can understand the Palestinians' gripes. But I can probably, an Israeli could probably tell me their gripes, but I know what Israel's about, so I'm probably more leaning towards Palestine. And, you know, I mean, Britain created Israel as well, I think in 1933. I'm aware of that, Zionism and all that stuff, but and more than anything, but funnily enough, I'm aware who brought all these Muslims to this country, and it's the Scooby-Doos. You know, they're well behind the cultural Marxist takeover. They are, you know, the synagogue of Satan, and people, our own British people, will sell out for many shekels and bring these people here, as they have done for decades now. So I'll probably side more with the Palestinians, to be honest, but I don't really want to get bogged down in that because it's not my business. You know, it's thousands of miles away. Got nothing to do with it. What I am concerned about with, though, is the Islamification of Britain. I am concerned about that. That to me is just, we're kind of watching like the last days of the Roman Empire. And it will lead me on to another video I've got to do soon about an old YouTuber called Viarg Veganese, Fule Perspective. He's been taken down, but he's right. You know, like civilizations grow, the peak and then the fall, and every empire does it. And ours is currently falling. We're being taken over by barbarians. You know, I was watching the protest, and at one point she started talking about a bit of the ancient history of Palestine, and I got bored. You know, after a minute or two, I thought, "What? I don't really care. It's got nothing to do with me. Why am I listening to this in England?" If someone was stood up there Morris dancing, or you know, doing a St George and a Dragon thing, or talking about Oliver Cromwell or Bonnie Prince Charlie, or you know, I'd be interested, but I'm not. Like, what? Why do I care about what's going on in bloody the Middle East? This is Northwest Europe. And finally, as you saw, I've been meaning to do it for a while. I went and stopped off around Boundary Road, where there's the Bedford Arms. I've been meaning to photograph the Dog and Partridge pub, which is shut down now and boarded up, because I can't afford to miss them now, because I missed the Junction Tavern, which I was really disappointed about. I meant to photograph that, but it's gone now, and it's all covered up and boarded up, and it's just another chip away at English culture and heritage. Yeah, so generally, if I sounded a bit harsh what I was saying about British people, it's not just British people. I'm just generally quite wary of how shitty places are getting now, and the daily. You can't even just go in town for a coffee anymore without something happening. In my experience, just people are horrible now. They really are. And to finish on a gloomy note, I normally try to finish on a positive note, but I can't see things getting better, to be honest. I really can't. But this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm recording. If you think of a leaf, because we're in autumn right now, we've had spring, we've had summer, we're well into autumn now, and as far as I see it, but like the pub's shutting down and the shops boarding up and the high streets boarding up, it's like the last moments of a decaying leaf before it falls off. But I will finish on a positive note. That's a good thing, because I think personally we probably need some sort of reset or restart. You know. But yeah, all in all, that'll do. Cheers.